Hey guys, Christina here, and we just finished our first official week of homeschooling, and I thought I would just do kind of a quick check-in with you guys about how our week went. So started off with some sickness and ended with some very cold temperatures. It's like +1 outside right now, but it feels like -3. It's been snowing on and off, so I'm cold, wearing my big sweater. But this week was rough. I'm totally exhausted. And that's kind of typical for homeschooling, I found, or pretty much anything, right? When there's a big change, it takes some time to adjust to it. So I think that's kind of typical. It sets the bar kind of low, knowing that it's going to get better. It can only go up from here, right? But I wanted to talk a little bit about the reality of homeschooling. Homeschooling has kind of a negative connotation, or sometimes there's a lot of negativity around it. And misunderstanding about it. And so because of that, some homeschoolers don't like to say anything negative about homeschooling, and they only focus on sharing the positives, which I totally understand. And I think sometimes I do the same as well. But the reality is there are some negatives to homeschooling. And for me, one of them is the time commitment. I did not expect the time commitment and how long it was going to take me every day, and how much I had to invest in it time-wise at all. And I kind of equate it to like when you're expecting your first child and everyone tells you, you can't truly be prepared and you're gonna be really tired. And you think, oh no, I've talked to people, I've read books, I've been around babies, I know what's gonna happen, I know what to expect. And you have your child and you really couldn't prepare for it, right? And so I think homeschooling is the same in some ways. So, you've got your planning, you've got your marking, you've got your record keeping and your preparations, but you also have your sit down time and you're rotating through. Of course, it depends on how many children you have, what ages they are, and what type of homeschooling you do. It's going to differ, but then you add in all of life as well. You add in cooking and cleaning and laundry and appointments and activities and commitments. And oh my gosh, having a toddler is so hard. We're potty training right now, and oh my goodness, that takes a lot of time and energy. We were doing canning this week because we can until about usually the middle of October, and so we're doing that as well. That takes a huge time commitment, paying bills, having those relationships with other people, connecting, and it's so time consuming for me. We try to start around 8:30 and end at 3:30. My kids are not sitting here the whole time at the table. Usually, we're kind of off doing things by 10 o'clock and coming back around 1:30 and rotating through, and the kids are here and gone, and they're not sitting for a great length of time. But for me, I am going from child to child, and I am spending a lot of time preparing and keeping the paperwork that I need to keep and such, and it just really is a big time commitment. So I just wanted to share that because I was hoping that if you're a new homeschooler and you're watching this and you're thinking, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into, or how am I supposed to clean my house, or cook a meal for my family when I'm got so much time invested in the schooling. It's true, it is hard, and you have to find your priorities, and you have to find what works, and you have to find what works for you specifically and for your family specifically. But it does get better. You do find your groove, just like when you have a child or you add another child into your family, you eventually do find your groove and you think, okay, I can do this, I've got this, I've kind of got it figured out, it'll be okay. So just some encouragement that it does get better. The time commitment is huge, but you do find ways to kind of juggle it and prioritize and do the best that you can for you and your family. If you are a new homeschooler, I'd love to hear in the comment section down below how your first week went and what your challenges are. Or if you are a veteran homeschool parent, I would love for you to share some encouragement with other people in the comment section on how long did it take for you to find your groove, what advice do you have for new homeschoolers, and how did your week go as well. Otherwise though, I hope that you're having a great day. Take care.